We've been speaking recently about Activision having an algorithm. We are basically saying that each individual player who goes into an online game in Call of Duty, whether it be multiplayer or Warzone or any other mode they have, it has already determined their fate going into that game. So whether or not each bullet is going to cause more or less damage, or whether or not bullets shot at you are going to cause damage or not, how big or small the hitbox is for the enemies, as well as so much more. And today we have got a prime example of this happening, so let's crack on with the video. I recently decided to go and play some 2v2 gunfight. For those of you who are not aware how the gunfight mode works, it gives you specific weapons per round, randomly selects. This time round it's actually blueprints only, meaning the guns you can buy from the store, the blueprints you can buy from the store. And I was given the Signal 50 with the Avalanche blueprint, and I'm going to show you a clip now of a clean headshot that I took in that game. I'm sure you can all agree that was an absolute clean headshot. I hit him right on the top of the head, and the reason I aimed in that location was due to any bullet drop. If there was any bullet drop, it would have still hit him clean in the head. However, for some reason, I only was able to cause 18 damage with that headshot. So there's a big question now. This was in an online game. This was me playing against random people in 2v2 blueprints gunfight, and this for some reason did not cause much damage. 18 damage for what appears to be a clean headshot. How is this possible? This really got me thinking, have I been nerfed? Bear in mind, in the build up to this game, I'd had a run of games where I 6-0'd the opponents in gunfight. For those who don't know what that means, I absolutely dominated. It is the first team to win 6 rounds, and I 6-0'd 2 teams back to back just before this game, and all of a sudden I am getting 18 damage for a headshot. So I decided to do some rummaging. I went into the store and I found the Avalanche blueprint. And just to be completely transparent, to show you guys that it was that gun and that blueprint that I was using in the game, take a look. So I decided to replicate this weapon. I put all the same attachments on the gun that the blueprint has so that I could go into a custom game with one of my friends and test this out. These are the attachments I put on. Due to the fact this gun has explosive rounds, it really got my head pickled, because after doing a little bit of testing with my friend, we actually found that there is no part of the body that you can hit directly and only get 18 damage with that gun. It has explosive rounds, so we decided to start off by testing the leg. And what do you know? We were able to cause 96 damage with one shot to the leg. And why is that? Because the gun has explosive rounds. So I'm scratching my head now thinking, how on earth have I hit this guy online with a clean headshot and only caused 18 damage when a leg shot is causing 96? I don't know, maybe the bullet missed and hit him in the arm. So we decided to test out how much damage was caused shooting at the arm. So shooting somebody in the arm doesn't cause 18 damage, so it can't have been that. In fact, shooting somebody in the arm kills them directly. My thoughts behind it are hitting somebody in the arm should give about the same damage as what happens if you shoot somebody in the chest, sort of along the same region. And that's exactly why I then went to test how much damage is caused shooting somebody in the chest with that blueprint. And yet again, we have 100% damage causing the enemy to die with a shot to the chest. So shooting somebody in the arm, shooting somebody in the chest is causing them to die. Shooting somebody in the leg gives them 96 damage. But when I tried to shoot somebody in the head with that gun, with explosive rounds, it caused 18 damage in an online game after having a run of 2 fantastic games where I 6-0'd the enemy team. So how on earth is this possible without Activision using an algorithm in the background causing them to dictate who is going to win and lose in a specific gunfight? Now don't get me wrong, there are still people out there who during these bad games where everything seems to be going against them are still able to come out on top. But how many times have you been playing a game of Call of Duty, whether that be multiplayer or Warzone, and you just feel like everything is going against you? You go and check your internet connection to see whether or not it is that. Is my internet provider having problems? The answer is probably no. And you go and check and you find out your internet connection is connected perfectly, you're getting the right speed on the upload and download, no issues at all. So what on earth has changed from you having a run of good games to this one game where your shots are not hitting, where the hitbox on the enemy seems to be smaller? And don't get me wrong, getting 18 damage for a headshot isn't even the worst thing that can happen. How many times have you been on target with your shot and got absolutely 0 hit reg for those shots, and you have to adjust your aim to a certain part of the enemy body? These are all factors we are going to be looking into moving forward with this video series, because I genuinely believe Activision have somehow been able to manipulate a full audience into believing that skill-based matchmaking is a thing, instead of us believing that they are actually buffing certain players as well as nerfing others. How many times have you been shot by an enemy when the bullet seems to be missing you and they get a clean headshot or they get 100 damage? And how many times have you been getting shot by an enemy where the bullets don't seem to be within the hitbox but somehow still register? These are all things factored into what I believe is an algorithm working in the background to dictate who is and isn't going to have the upper hand in a specific game. And I also believe that this is a major part of the reason why the kill cam has been bugged since early in Warzone 1, because how many times have you seen a kill cam where the aim is behind or in front of you and you are still dying? How many times have you seen a kill cam where it looks like a snap or a glitch, almost like the game's trying to make you see something else that didn't happen? Or even better, when you are playing the likes of 2v2 gunfight, how many times have you got the final kill and it shows the repeat but it doesn't look anything like the kill you got? I genuinely believe the kill cams have been bugged simply as a cover up, and I am genuinely looking forward into breaking this all down and finding out whether or not there is in fact an algorithm in the background working against us every single time we turn the game on and start playing. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and if you did enjoy today's video, smash that thumbs up for me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads, because it's just getting interesting. And if you want to contact me about any streamer who you believe is cheating, no matter how big or small, you can hit me up over on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. You can also send me any information regarding the Activision algorithm or skill-based matchmaking over on Twitter as well. And one last thing before we go. A big shout out to apexpcs.co.uk for sending me out this amazing gaming rig. And if you guys want to get your hands on a PC like this, head over to apexpcs.co.uk. If you want to buy a pre-built gaming rig, then head over. They have got so many options. But not just that, they sell individual components. If you need a new case, a new CPU, a new GPU, or even a monitor, keyboard and mouse, head over and check it out. And guys, for those of you who are business minded, for those of you who don't just play video games, they also sell business office PC builds too. And for those of you who are quite picky like me, you can send a custom build request and they do get back to you really quick. So guys, if you're in the market for a new PC, this is the place to be. apexpcs.co.uk. The link is in the description below. And don't forget, use code BBB20 at checkout to save £20.